Welcome back. We're going to look at graphs and we're going to determine whether these graphs are functions. So before we get started, remember, in order to tell if a graph is a function or not, we use what we call the vertical line test. And so the vertical line test basically says that I should be able to draw a vertical line anywhere on the graph, okay, anywhere at all, and that vertical line should only touch the graph on these individual pictures in one place. So it's a little bit hard to say without showing you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at the first function, or this first graph here, and I'm going to determine whether or not it's a function. So I'm going to draw a vertical line here. So me drawing that vertical line, I can see that this vertical line touches that graph in one spot. So far it looks good. It looks like it's a function. But remember, the vertical line test, I should be able to do it anywhere. So I'm going to draw another vertical line right there. And for here, we want to be a little careful. We can see that there are two places here. And so instinctively, we probably would be like, oh, that's not a function because it hits it in two spots. Now, that would be true if this circle here was a closed circle. However, it is not a closed circle, it's an open circle. So when I draw this vertical line through that spot right there, it really only touches this graph one place where that solid circle is. So far, it still holds that it looks like it's going to be a function. I'm going to draw a couple other vertical lines in a couple other places, and let's just make sure it touches the graph in one spot. That's good. Touches in one spot, touches in one spot. So for this first graph here, we can say this is a function because it passes the vertical line test. All right, now we're going to do the same thing for the second graph. We're going to draw a vertical line all across the graph, and we're going to make sure that it only touches that graph in one spot. So I'm going to draw a vertical line here. Now, if you notice, it touches it there, and it touches it there. They are both solid circles, which means that it is touching it in both places. So the first instance you get where it does touch the vertical line in more than one spot, we can say that it's not a function. And then lastly, we're going to look at this last graph here. I'm going to draw some vertical lines here. But as you can see, everywhere that I draw a vertical line, it touches it more than one spot. Now, I had students tell me before that, what if I draw a vertical line right there at the ends, and you can see that it only touches it in one spot. So yes, it is true. At that particular spot, it only touches once. But like I said before, I should be able to draw a vertical line anywhere on the graph. So because I can draw it there, for instance, and it touches it twice, it fails the vertical line test. So this too is not a function.